Greetings, I am Dr. Nicole Braxton Brody, a proud MSU graduate of 1988, and I am your National Communications Chair. I am honored to present to some and introduce to others our National 40th President, Dr. Chandra L. Marshall, also known as Shawnee to those who know her well. Dr. Marshall was born and raised in the city of Flint, Michigan, with a special affinity to Detroit. She honors, loves, and thanks her parents, Lindell and Sydney Marshall for setting the foundation built on strength and fortitude, which helped ignite her to become all she is and plans to be. Dr. Marshall is a two-time alum of Michigan State University and later went on to obtain her advanced degree, doctoral, from Eastern Michigan University. Dr. Marshall serves as a policy and research manager at Hope Starts in Detroit, Michigan, as well as a program coordinator for the Diversity Research Network at MSU. Dr. Marshall has formerly served in the executive role as a secretary for MSUBA and is also currently an active MSUBA Oakland County chapter member serving on the Dr. Paulette C. Walker Endowment Committee and is a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Dr. Marshall makes sure every day that her focus remains on engagement, evolvement, and enhancement when it pertains to MSUBA. She's no stranger to hard work and will help wherever is needed as a leader because her fortitude, her strength, and her favorite quote that says it all from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Please join me in welcoming Dr. Chandra L. Marshall.
Greetings, Black alumni, family, and friends. Welcome to our first virtual Distinguished Alumni and Scholarship event. Congratulations, scholarship recipients. We are counting on you to move our nation forward. Always remember that your presence and your intellect, your insight is needed. Command each room that you enter. Live abundantly in your truth. Direct your attention to positive efforts and try to see the best in everyone that you meet. Congratulations, distinguished awardees. You each are well-deserving and so powerful. I have enjoyed our exchanges over the last couple of months. You each inspire me. To know your stories brought me to tears. You are all well-deserving. To the board of directors, thank you for your efforts, for volunteering your time, talent, and resources to support Black students, faculty, staff, and administrators who are currently at MSU. I believe that education is the key to liberation. That's what pulled me to become involved with this organization. To the most excellent executive committee, First Vice President Jeanette Patterson, Second Vice President Paris Ross, Treasurer Laura Baltimore, Secretary Angela Smith-Daniels, Financial Secretary Darnell Manning, Parliamentarian Sandra Philpott-Burke, and Comptroller Laverne Wilson. It has been a pleasure working alongside of you in 2020, a year we could have each not have fathomed. Thank you to the Distinguished Alumni and Scholarship Award Event Committee for your efforts. It has been a whirlwind for our world, our country, our Black community. What do we do when we're faced with opposition? We overcome. COVID-19 has impacted us all to our core. To be impacted by this virus personally, I really did not know how to process what was happening. To be told by a medical care team who did not think my father would make it were words I could not stomach and still haven't. He and my mother are watching this today, and I am thankful. We as a people are still dealing with the residue from our current climate. My hearts are with you each. MSUBA as an organization, we are here for you. Michigan State University, then Michigan Agricultural College, opened its doors in 1855, but it took half a century for any Blacks to be able to struggle through that opening. When Booker T. Washington addressed the 1900 commencement, the institution had yet to graduate its first Black student. In 1907, Myrtle Craig Mowbray, one of 4 Black students at the college when she entered, in 1902 became the first Black female to graduate. William O. Thomas was the first Black male to graduate in 1904. In 1917, it was 5 Black students. In the early 1930s, that number increased to about 15. In 1950s, the student body rose to about 14 to 15,000, and the number of Black students had risen to 37. Of the more than 30,000 students at MSU in the early 1960s, 250 or 300 were Black. The problems of Black students at a predominantly white university have not been erased. And I quote, "Let us do what we can to keep MSU's doors open to Black students." Some of the historic information just shared was actually included in the Homecoming Program booklet in 1980, composed by Sharon Peters. The actual weekend was October 17th through October 19th, 1980. 40 years later, we have made great progress, but you know that we have much to do. Through unity and partnership, we can continue to make change. Current students, keep moving forward as you matriculate. You are breaking barriers, you are making history, and we support you. Young alums, we need you, your expertise, your philanthropic efforts. Do what you can, how often as you can. Stay engaged. Future Spartans need you. All alum, thank you for believing in me to lead this prestigious organization at this time. We are celebrating in a time where it's almost hard to feel gratitude, but I empower you to feel in this moment what you need to. But do not forget the foundation others have laid. Vita Dove Washington, Betty Nixon Berry, Laurel Baltimore, Terry Curley Young, Shirley Rogers, Gregory Eaton, Ronald Goldsberry, Ingrid Saunders Jones, Dr. Paulette C. Walker, Dr. Wanda Lipscomb, Dr. James Weathers, you, us. I encourage you all to have hope. I implore you to keep fighting the good fight. I empower you to do what Spartans always do, have the will to never give up. In the words of someone who I hold to high esteem, remember this: disturbing social circumstances rise purpose and action. Thank you, Dr. Deborah Johnson, for that reminder. Finally, thank you homecoming chairs, Brian Cotton, Jeff Akins, and Candace Pearson. Your hard work and attention to detail was visible over this entire weekend, and I am pleased. All welcome again to this lovely event.
Please help me welcome Betty Nixon Berry.
Thank you, Dr. Marshall. Greetings, MSU alumni and friends. It is my pleasure to provide a brief overview on the history of Michigan State University Black alumni. Early in 1980, Vita Dove Washington, Laurel Baltimore, Betty Ezell Nixon Berry, and one brave gentleman, the late Terry Curley Young, all in Lansing, decided to plan a homecoming weekend on or near the Michigan State University campus, and Gregory Eaton provided the seed money. Word of that upcoming event spread from coast to coast, and approximately 600 Black alumni and friends attended the 1980 homecoming. The outcome of a survey distributed that weekend resulted in the establishment of a committee to move toward founding an effective organization. Our structure was developed, and our request as an affiliate group with the MSU Alumni Association was approved on October 16, 1981. The 1980 Homecoming Committee donated $1,500 to the MSU alumni as organizational seed money, with $1,000 earmarked for scholarship. I am proud and amazed to witness that MSUBA's vision to assist and provide educational opportunities has grown from $1,000 to an endowment at MSU with a market value of over $2 million, thanks to the generosity of many alumni across the U.S. This year, 2020, marks the MSUBA's 40-year anniversary. Our organization has established positive lines of communication with university presidents and officials, advocated for students, faculty, and staff regarding issues affecting the quality of life, assisted in the recruitment and retention of Black students, faculty, and staff at MSU, and much, much more. Finally, our MSUBA Board of Directors continues to be creative, dedicated, and well-informed, ensuring that we remain focused on our goals to be a positive and purposeful organization on the MSU campus. I am honored to be one of the founders of this awesome and progressive organization. Go Green.
I have the distinct pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Samuel L. Stanley Jr. was selected by Michigan State University Board of Trustees as MSU's 21st president effective August 1st, 2019. Born in Seattle, Dr. Stanley earned a Bachelor's of Arts in Biological Sciences, Phi Beta Kappa, from the University of Chicago. After earning his medical degree from Harvard Medical School in 1980, he completed resident physician training at Massachusetts General Hospital and then went to Washington University in St. Louis in 1983 for a School of Medicine fellowship in infectious disease. There, he became a professor in the departments of both medicine and molecular microbiology in recognition of the collaborative nature of his research. I believe Dr. Stanley is the president leading change at Michigan State University, given the establishment of a diversity, equity, inclusion steering committee to develop a DEI strategic framework. Dr. Stanley has a willingness to work with MSUBA and brought greetings last year at the same event, which just so happened to be within his first few months at MSU. He makes himself available to us, although I know his university-specific responsibilities are plenty and we are grateful. Please keep in mind that this introduction is abbreviated, but please visit his website to read his full biography and to learn more. Thank you, Dr. Stanley, for your leadership and partnership. Please help me welcome President Samuel L. Stanley Jr.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great pleasure and privilege to once again be a part of your annual award celebration, which looks and feels quite different than it has in the past. The world is a tumultuous place right now for many reasons, but that's why it's more important than ever to come together and celebrate the things that are worth celebrating. Like this year's group of highly accomplished members of the MSU Black alumni community. Daphne Turpin Forbes, recipient of the Clifton R. Wharton Jr. Distinguished Alumni Award. Charles Harrell, the second recipient of the Trailblazer Alumni Award. Dr. Dorinda Carter Andrews, recipient of the Community Service University Service Award. And Dr. Ebony Roberts, recipient of the Rising Star Award. Collectively, their professional accomplishments are numerous, but their contributions and commitment to the MSU community and their respective home communities, and to upholding the mission of the MSU Black Alumni Association in both of those spaces, are even greater. Today we also celebrate the newest class of scholarship recipients. There are 32 students being awarded scholarships through the MSU Black Alumni Association this year, which is incredible and a testament to the MSU Black alumni's capacity to support and uplift the next generation. For 40 years, you, members of the MSU Black alumni, have been doing wonderful work on behalf of the Black student, faculty, and staff communities on campus. It is something all of you should be very proud of. I certainly am. Congratulations to today's Alumni Award winners, to this year's scholarship recipients, and to the MSU Black Alumni Association for 40 years of great work and invaluable collaboration. Enjoy today's celebration. I look forward to the day we can once again celebrate together on campus. Go Green!
Ebony Roberts is an author, researcher, and longtime activist in the food justice and prison abolition movements. She has worked with a number of initiatives to uplift the voices of those impacted by the criminal justice system and is best known for her work as a community organizer. Her work in prisons led her to meet Shaka Senghor, who at the time was serving a 17 to 40-year sentence for second-degree murder. Their correspondence and the love that grew through letters and visits is chronicled in her memoir, The Love Prison Made and Unmade, which was named a notable memoir by the New York Times. Her TED Detroit Talk with Shaka, How to Co-Parent as Allies, now has over 1.4 million views. Ebony is a former school administrator and has taught undergraduate and graduate courses in psychology and teacher education at Michigan State University and the University of Michigan. Her research has been featured in numerous journals and edited volumes, including Race, Class, and Gender, American Educator, and Instructional Leader. She has developed social studies curriculum for middle and high school students and is the co-author of Building Bridges, a workbook for children with an incarcerated parent. She is the principal consultant and founder of Qual One Research, a Los Angeles-based research firm specializing in qualitative market research with an African American, urban, and millennial consumer segments. She has led countless teams of researchers in the field of conducting primary research and has conducted issues advocacy research in the areas of education, community development, criminal justice, and health. Ebony holds a BA in social relations and psychology and a PhD in educational psychology, both from Michigan State University. She lives in Los Angeles with her 8-year-old son, Sekou. One of Ebony's favorite quotes is, "Start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with hands shaking, start with voice trembling, but start and don't stop. Start where you are with what you have. Just start." Please help me welcome Dr. Ebony Roberts, our 2020 Rising Star Awardee.
Greetings, fellow Spartans. My name is Ebony Roberts, and I'm an alum of James Madison College, where I earned my Bachelor of Arts degree, as well as the College of Education, where I earned my doctorate. I currently live in Los Angeles, and I am a research consultant and founder of Qual One Research. One of my fondest memories of my years at MSU was actually my freshman year. I came onto campus, like many of you, bright-eyed and ready to take on the world. And I attended a lecture by Dr. Khalid Muhammad of the Nation of Islam. It was for a writing class, and we had to pick any event on campus to go and observe and write about it. And I came into the Erickson Kiva and was completely blown away by Dr. Khalid's message. Literally, he blew my mind. At 18 years old, I learned so much about us as a people, and it really pricked my consciousness. He spoke about our life as Black people in this country. He spoke about Black power, and that consciousness that was born that day serves as a foundation for the life that I live and the work that I still do today. I will go on to go to many lectures by some of the greatest Black scholars of our time, including some who are ancestors now, like Dr. Frances Cress Welsing and Dr. John Henrik Clarke. And I'm forever grateful for those experiences, because I am truly the person that I am today because of the foundation that was laid both through those lectures and through my experiences in different organizations on campus. I want to say thank you to the MSUBA Board of Directors and the Selection Committee for honoring me with the Rising Star Award. It is truly an honor to be selected by my peers. It was a great surprise to learn that I had been selected for this distinguished award, and I'm so grateful to those who saw my work and saw me fit to represent Michigan State University and the Black Alumni Association. I want to say to the current Spartans to regret nothing. My journey has not been a straight line like most of ours, and I remember being 21, graduating from college, and feeling like things had to go a certain way. And I realized as I grew older and wiser and experienced a little more life that really it's about the adventure. So my advice to you is to go on, to take risks, to live passionately, and regret nothing. Because at the end of the day, you either win or you learn. So take, the experiences that you have, which you may see as failures, and see them as stepping stones. See them as opportunities for you to learn and grow. Because really, there is no such thing as failure. So thank you for this honor. And I just want all of the current Spartans to know that you have a great foundation at MSU, and I wish you well.
Dorinda Carter Andrews is a professor and chairperson of the Department of Teacher Education at Michigan State University, where she teaches courses on racial identity development, urban education, critical multiculturalism, and critical race theory. She holds a BSIE from Georgia Tech, a MED from Vanderbilt University, and an EDM and EDD from Harvard University. Her research is broadly focused on racial justice and educational equity. She studies issues of racial justice in K-12 learning contexts and on college campuses, urban teacher preparation and identity development, and critical race praxis with the P16 educators. Her scholarship examines these issues by illuminating voices of those who have been historically and traditionally marginalized in schools and society. Dr. Carter Andrews is a former industrial engineer, high school math teacher, and kindergarten teacher, and has teaching experience in suburban, urban, charter, and independent schools. She regularly partners with educational entities to develop and maintain cultural, inclusive, equitable, and just learning and work environments. Dr. Carter Andrews regularly conducts professional development seminar workshops and keynotes on how to abolish racial bias in teaching and learning, policymaking, and program implementation, and meet the academic and social needs of culturally diverse students. Dr. Carter Andrews is the recipient of the 2019 Outstanding Mentoring Award from the Social Context of Education Division of the American Educational Research Association. One of Dr. Dorinda Carter Andrews' favorite quotes is, "I want to be remembered as someone who used herself and anything she could touch to work for justice and freedom. I want to be remembered as one who tried." Please help me welcome Dr. Dorinda Carter Andrews, our 2020 Community University Service Awardee.
Greetings. I'm Dorinda Carter Andrews, and I've been a faculty member at Michigan State for 15 years. I'm also an administrator. Currently, I'm a full professor and chairperson for the Department of Teacher Education in the College of Education. One of my fondest memories at MSU is earning tenure. I'm the first person in my family to receive a doctorate, and I'm the first person to also earn tenure. I know that my great-grandmother on my maternal side, my namesake Dorinda, is looking down on me and saying she is my wildest dream. And I know my parents, my mother who was alive at the time and my late father, were elated to know that one of their daughters had made such an accomplishment. When I first opened the letter stating that I had received this award, I thought, not me. Why me? They could have chosen any member in the community. And so I am so humbled that the MSU Black alumni thought enough of my record of service to select me. Thank you. I want to encourage the current students and scholarship recipients who are also being acknowledged. I want you to know you have the right to take up space. There's a quote by Audre Lorde that I love that says, "If I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into other people's fantasies for me and eaten alive." Never let anyone else define you. Draw strength from your faith and your community of caretakers. to always be who God has purposed you to be. Remember that you were created to fulfill a work in the earth, walk in your purpose, and walk in your promise. To all the viewers who are listening, there is no better time than right now to be of service to others, to work for racial justice, and work for the liberation of all people, even if it means helping them liberate themselves from themselves. Again, I say thank you to the MSU Black alumni. I am truly honored and humbled. I love you all, and God's blessings to you.
Charles Harrell II is the president of the IT Architect Corporation, or ITA. His career started in investment banking at Merrill Lynch and Fenner and Price, where he championed the raising of capital for middle market organizations. However, he officially transitioned into the technology industry in May 2003 as founder of ITA, a technology and communications firm which specializes in the design, implementation, and management of the automation of business processes with innovative IT and communications solutions. His commitment as a business and civic leader is reflected by the following committees and boards for which he sits. He is a corporate member of the Aviation Minority Advisory Council as of 2018. As of September 2011, he was appointed by the Federal Communications Commissions to its Diversity Advisory Committee. He is an active member of the Illinois Black Chamber of Commerce on the Information Technology Committee, for which he won an award for Business of the Year. Charles H. Harrell II graduated from Michigan State University with his BA in Finance and received his JD in Corporate and Tax Law from the University of Miami School of Law. One of Charles's favorite quotes is, "There is a time, place, and season for everything." Please help me welcome Charles Harrell II, our 2020 Trailblazer awardee.
Hi, my name is Charles Harrell II. I'm an alumni and graduate 1993 at Michigan State University with a Bachelor's of Finance. My professional role is that of the President and CEO of the IT Architect Corporation, also known as ITA. Been in business for approximately 17 years. My favorite MSU memory was the denial letter that I received from Michigan State University and my refusal to accept no. It was the perseverance that I acquired from my parents that led me to contact the administration team at MSU, where they reviewed my file and they said, "Wow, your grades are great. However, ACT score, not so much." That's when they referred me to the Office of Supportive Services, where I started my school career through the super program, where I received a 3.5 out of 4.0 in the highest math class. That's where I began my journey as a student and becoming a member of the Gamma Tau chapter, Alpha Phi Alpha. So what was my first thought when I first received the award? I was shocked and pleasantly surprised. I'm so appreciative that my peers and the MSU Black Alumni Board of Directors recognized my accomplishments in opening the doors for and creating opportunities for diverse businesses and individuals that look like us. So I'm truly honored to receive the Trailblazer Alumni Award. My words of encouragement is that you have God in your life, family, hard work, and commitment to excellence in everything that you do. This way of thinking sets the stage to not allow anyone to tell you that you do not deserve to be in the room. The golden nugget would be the opposite of fear is faith. Fear being false evidence appearing real. So having God in your life, along with the talents that He has afforded you, will bring you many blessings going forward. Again, I'm thankful and so blessed to receive the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Trailblazer Award.
Daphne Turpin Forbes is a trusted legal and business advisor at Microsoft with 20 plus years of practice in the U.S. public sector and commercial regulated industries. Her corporate experience spans in-house at companies like Microsoft, Discovery Communications, ACS State and Local Solutions, Hyatt Hotels, and General Motors. Daphne is a leader who is passionate about diversity, inclusion, and equality. She has participated and collaborated with various organizations as a champion for diverse lawyers and legal professionals and women with a focus on women of color. Daphne is a former human resources professional who claims civility and problem solving as her superpowers. Daphne has served on various nonprofit boards and advisory councils nationally and in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Daphne is the recipient of various corporate awards for her D&I and client work. Most notably, she is the corporate recipient of the Microsoft MVP Circle of Excellence Gold Club Award and the National Bar Association's Clyde E. Bailey Corporate Leadership Award. She is a graduate of Michigan State University and the American University Washington College of Law. Daphne lives in Prince George's County, Maryland, with her husband and 2 almost grown children. One of Daphne's favorite quotes is, "When they go low, we go high." Please help me to welcome Daphne Turpin Forbes, our 2020 Clifton R. Wharton Jr. awardee.
Good afternoon. My name is Daphne Turpin Forbes, and I am a proud graduate of Michigan State University and a humbled recipient of this year's Distinguished Alumni Award, an award named after the Honorable Clifton R. Wharton Jr., a man whose many accomplishments exemplify leadership, excellence, and inspiration. He made a difference. This award means so much to me and has inspired me to do more. And like Mr. Wharton, I intend for my work to make a difference as well. Professionally, I'm a lawyer, Assistant General Counsel at Microsoft, responsible for providing trusted legal and business advice to senior level executives. Important work for sure, but not nearly as important as the advocacy work I do advocating for equity in the workplace for African American women in the legal profession. In addition, I am an adjunct law professor and a local county official. My most favorite memory at Michigan State University, and I mean my most favorite memory, was the day I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Delta Zeta Chapter on May 28, 1985. That journey, that single journey, culminated in so many positives for me that still leave me in awe today. Fast forwarding to this occasion, my first reaction to the good news about this award, honestly, y'all, I was tripping. But after I stopped tripping, I felt grateful. Grateful that this body thought enough of my accomplishments to bestow this awesome recognition. I absolutely believe that service is a responsibility of mine. After all, to whom much is given, much is required. To current students and scholarship recipients, I want you to know that now is the time to begin building your brand. Your personal brand matters. It has value. So I encourage you to build it, to protect it, and to do everything you can to add luster to it each and every day. And to channel your inner Clifton R. Wharton Jr. and lead with excellence to right the wrongs that give you agita. And one golden nugget for all of you celebrating with us today: model the grace to go high when they go low. As I close, I'd like to say congratulations to each of the other honorees we celebrate today. Thank you to my amazing parents, Karen and Roger Turpin, and to the plethora of other people who have been so important to my life: mentors, friends, other family members, and my sorority sisters. A special shout out to Vanessa Barnett and to the phenomenal women of 14 Finesse. You all have always been and will continue to be an integral part of my village. And finally, a heartfelt thank you to the Board of Directors and members of the MSU Black Alumni Association for this award. I am and will forever be grateful for this award and what it represents. And one last thing, please stay safe and well, and please vote on November 3rd. It is a serious matter. Go green.
Hello, MSUBA. This is Mel Tucker, your head football coach. I'm very honored to be able to address the distinguished awardees and scholarship recipients that are being celebrated today. Everyone here tonight should be extremely proud of their accomplishments and the road to success that you have placed yourself on by joining this community. Ever since I landed in East Lansing, it has felt like home. I have had the pleasure to meet with your leadership during these trying times in our country, and I was inspired to see the dedication, passion, and vision of the alumni and community members within the organization. You are making a difference. Congratulations and good luck in the future. Don't forget to be relentless, stay safe, and go green.
Hello, I am Nick McLaren, Executive Director of the MSU Alumni Office, and I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of your 2020 Virtual Award celebration. I realize that not being in person this year makes the celebration a little different, but I truly look forward to seeing everyone in person for homecoming in October next year, if not sooner. The work the MSUBA does to assist Black MSU students, faculty, and staff reach their highest potential is imperative to the overall success of Michigan State University. I appreciate your hard work and dedication to this mission. To realize that because of your work, around $600,000 in scholarship support has been provided to deserving students at Michigan State. This is incredible, and you should all be congratulated. Recognizing outstanding alumni is also very important to the work we are doing in the Alumni Office. I want to congratulate the 4 recipients this year and share how proud we are as a university to be associated with your success. Finally, I would like to thank the numerous alumni who have assisted in volunteer opportunities over the past year, and thank you for your support. From Virtual Global Day of Service to Give Green Day, the numerous hours spent mentoring current students, making yourself available for recent graduates to assist in conversations around their own careers, and assisting admissions in recruiting and hosting virtual summer send-offs. I appreciate your dedication to MSU. You make me proud to say I am a Spartan. Go green.
Greetings, Spartans. My name is Brian Cotton, and I'm one of the homecoming chairs for this year's festivities. Myself, along with Jeff Akins and Candace Pearson, my 2 co-chairs, and the rest of the homecoming committee, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Whether it was on Thursday, mentoring to students, Friday, conducting the business of the organization, Saturday, joining us for some music and virtual fellowship, or today, Sunday, where we have honored our distinguished alumni and scholarship recipients. Please, hopefully, join us next year, 2021, when, fingers crossed, we'll be back on campus celebrating our beloved alma mater, Michigan State University. Go green.
MSU, we love